monks were walking to the Lindisfarne monastery. After that, the monks started to pray, but the vicious Vikings came. The Vikings disturbed the monks from their praying, writing and reading. The murderous, ugly Vikings told the monks to get out of the Lindisfarne monastery. After the Vikings told the monks to get out of the monastery, the nasty, horrible Vikings stole all the gold and silver. The savage Vikings were like monsters. Although they stole all the gold and silver, they still told all the monks to get out of the Lindisfarne monastery, and the monks were still outside the Lindisfarne monastery.
The monks were very scared. Madmen came in and they wanted our gold and jewelry, and they wanted to burn down our houses to make the monks scared and make them homeless. Then the vicious Vikings went back overseas, but they came back that next day.
We now speak to a worried monk. Someone came in and invaded our monastery and stole my goblet, and I protected my family. And they left a message, and we found out that it said, "This is our land now."
The monks at the monastery are worried about what is going to happen next. The crude and ominous Vikings may leave the monks in peace, while the Vikings might come back. Hopefully they will both come to an agreement so the Vikings will never attack the monks again. Reporting live from Joshua Giles at Holy Island in Lindisfarne Monastery.
What do you think the scary, vicious Vikings are going to do now? I think they are going to come back and do the same thing once we have built our houses again by Academy.
The monks will get them back by Thor violently soon.
Breaking news! Threatening raiders invaded peaceful Holy Island of lovely Lindisfarne in 793 AD. Later at night, we're in a lovely place called Holy Island with a place Lindisfarne where monks were praying silently, monks were cleaning as well. The crazy skull-slice Vikings, mean men wanted to get all gold ferociously.
It was 6 o'clock in the morning when the terrible tragedy happened. The Vikings kicked all of the monks out, leaving them to watch them steal the monastery away. After that, the Vikings were bored, so the cold-hearted beasts burnt it. And now Lindisfarne is just a pile of wood and ash. The monks had no choice but to watch their home burn.
We will now speak to a scared monk who was there at the sea hiding. Horrified, the monk told me something about the Vikings leaving a note that said,
They cried out vicious words. Then they burnt homes and monastery. And then they killed 40 people, and they turned the monastery into a pile of gravel.
Further raids are unknown. Live on Holy Island News. Monks are still speechless on what happened. Time 10 o'clock in the afternoon.
The monk was horrified. The monk was crying in fear. The monk also said they left a sword and a shield.
During attacks from Lindisfarne, we don't know what's going to happen next, but we still know they're getting more gold.
Ruby Reynolds.
This is Ellie signing out.
Megan Ferrioli and the monk Charlie Rao.
Breaking news. This morning at Lindisfarne Monastery, deadly vicious Vikings attack Lindisfarne Monastery, and they destroyed blood-stained Lindisfarne Monastery. The monks were terrified, and one of the monks tried to stop the Vikings, but he got killed.
The warriors were so tough, a monk grabbed a book and whacked a Viking, and he didn't even blink. And after 2 seconds, the monk was a goner. The monsters were smelly, noisy and mean. After another 15 minutes, there was only 1/6 of the monks, and normally there was one whole. The Vikings also said, if you don't leave in less than 25 days, we will kill you. We will now speak to a scared monk who saw the destruction. We will now speak to a scared monk who saw their destruction.
The Vikings smashed the doors to the monastery and were speaking in a language we didn't understand at all.
Mr. Hankins reporting live from Lindisfarne Monastery. From Felix Webb for Vikings Invade Every Day, reporting live from Lindisfarne.
Mr. Guttingham reporting live from Lindisfarne Cathedral.
Breaking news. Mad men had attacked the peaceful monastery where the monks were praying silently. One of the monks picked up a message and didn't know what it said. One Viking smashing the beautiful shiny windows. The monks were screaming so much they were louder than a lion roaring. In the blink of an eye, they were scared, unhappy, terrified and mad. They took the gold and killed some of the monks. They left a sword and a shield, a tooth and runes, said a monk, sadly and praying to God. Monks were hiding and the Vikings were killing the rest of the monks. Lindisfarne might be gone and the rest of the monks are dead.
The vicious Vikings were killing the monks because they wanted the land. The nasty, horrible Vikings killed the monks and threw their remaining bodies in the flaming fire. We will now talk to some monks that have just lost their home this morning.
They barged through the door like the sound of thunder. I tried to protect my friend from getting hurt.
They almost killed me!
Well, that sounds very heartbreaking. I'm sorry to hear that.
The shivering monks are worried because the Vikings are saying so now they have all lost their precious homes. From Miss Hannah, Miss Ella and Mr. Harry this morning at 8 o'clock, rolling live from Lindisfarne Monastery.
Breaking news. Madmen have destroyed a monastery on Lindisfarne. Vicious Vikings smashed down the doors and stole all of their shiny gold and pretty artifacts. They stabbed and killed 3,000 monks. They invaded some lands from the monks. The land was cold, small, and had some food. They were wild, horrible, disgusting, and smelly Vikings. Now they have killed 100 monks. They shot lots of monks and pulled guts because they were gut pullers and threw them in the fire.
Breaking news. In 793 AD, some horrible, nasty men invaded peaceful Holy Island where the monks of Lindisfarne were praying. The monks were reading, cleaning, praying, and then they were disturbed from their prayers and stole all the gold and silver and land. In the blink of an eye, everything was destroyed, and the Vikings told the monks to get out, and the monastery was dirty, dusty, coins everywhere. At noon, 8 o'clock, the monks got raided, but the Vikings started drinking ale.
The monks tried to get them to leave, but they didn't leave. They were shouting in a language they didn't understand. When the Vikings left, some of the monks were in tears, but luckily they should be safe for now. And who knows, they may come back. If they do, then they're ready. We will now speak to a worried monk who was at the scene of the crime.
We were praying to God and cleaning our monastery. Then the fat, horrible Vikings came to attack our monastery and us. We were sad and scared.
In the distance, smelly Vikings came. They are still in the old monastery. The monks are throwing gold, shiny and glittering jewels to make them go away. Once they were gone, they're going to shut the doors fast. Now they have gone away. They slammed the doors shut, and all they have got is paper calves, beds and veggie like carrots and the rest. That should be enough for them.
From 6 o'clock news, live on Lindisfarne.
Breaking news.
Monks in the Lindisfarne monastery were praying and writing, but then the vicious, ugly warriors attacked and burnt down their homes. The attackers stole their shiny gold jewels. Monks were killed and suffocated. One monk ran up to the vicious, ugly monsters, but he died. Anyway, it's 793 AD, and some monks are being killed at 9/7 this summer.
Also, they were trying to load some of the dead monk bodies onto the ship while gold was falling out of their pocket. We will now speak to some monks who were there when the incident happened.
They came and were raided. In a huge longship, they also burnt all our materials, like backup wood and food.
That is some interesting news.
Further attacks might happen again. Are the monks worried or not? What's going to happen next to Holy Island? What if the Vikings invade again, or leave the monks in peace? Happily. The Vikings and the disappointed monks can come up with an agreement before the monks pray. They might team up with the spooky, spine-breaking Vikings. The monastery might be built again for Mr. Crab's son.
Poppy Feather Edwards.
Fraser Clarkson Clark.
For Holy Island today, reporting live from Lindisfarne.
We will now speak to some monks who were there when the incident happened.
They came and were raided. In a huge longship, they also burnt all our materials, like backup wood and food.
That is some interesting news.
Further attacks might happen again. Are the monks worried or not? What's going to happen next to Holy Island? What if the Vikings invade again, or leave the monks in peace? Happily. The Vikings and the disappointed monks can come up with an agreement before the monks pray. They might team up with the spooky, spine-breaking Vikings. The monastery might be built again for Mr. Crab's son.
Poppy Feather Edwards.
Fraser Clarkson Clark.
For Holy Island today, reporting live from Lindisfarne.